Hey everyone, Epic here. I know it has been a while, life has been busy. But with that being said, I would like to talk about a game you never really hear a ton about, and that is Rage 2 and the fall of the Missing Rangers. The video is not going to cover the whole history of them, etc., but we instead are going to cover the data pads you find throughout the game of all the Rangers that died who were not at Vineland during the attack at the start of the game and connect them to each other. If they are connected in some way, we will be reading the logs from how close to far they are from Vineland. It was a doozy finding the info since most of the videos this game will show the location where they are, and you need to cross-reference to the game. The wiki doesn't have the location where they would be found. For example, Ranger Bowie is found at Elephant Rock, but without a ton of research and back and forth, you wouldn't know that unless you paid attention when you first scanned the body, which I didn't. Okay, now, if it is evident what transpired, I will include a second image, whether of corpses or muties, or a tower that might have blown a boy up. If it is implied about it in the log, or how it's implied to me that you kill them when you arrive at that location, it will only have the image of the Rangers themselves being dead. While clarifying things, I would like to say at most, if not all locations, there is a spy drone, and if you shoot it down, it will have some information, usually just 2 words, like brick and subject. And I really didn't want to get into that, and that is all for now. So, with that being said, it's time for the logs. Elephant Rock, Ranger Bowie, Recon Mission 34.1. I've been begging Proudly to let me investigate the area around Elephant Rock for weeks now. Too dangerous, she says. I don't care about that. I need answers, and it's a ranger's job to find them. I had no idea this was here. The energy readings show that it's Arctech, but different. Readings that we ain't seen this side of Apophysis. I want to say that's what it is. There's a whole load of shape signals though, crude and cobbled together, truddled and junk signals. Sound like they're getting closer. I best get back while I can. What he found was Authority actually being close to Vineland, since he is the closest to that location. And she listened, they probably would have saved the place, but instead when he got there, he found the goons and they took him out. Forlorn Shack, Ranger Goldman, Recon Mission 30.6. Proudly sent me to check up on Ennis Space Center days ago, but I've been sidetracked. These Goon Squad thugs are swarming all over these parts. I've had several run-ins with them now, all violent. They seem to originate from the north, but their exact origins are a mystery. Their methods seem totally chaotic and lack any tactics or planning. Destruction seems to be their only goal, however, I detect some method in their madness. Their targets and movements suggest some grand strategy behind it all. Some locations are ransacked and abandoned, others are occupied permanently. Old Eden is such a place. I'll try to sneak in tonight to try to find out who's giving them orders. It's an Authority. Ranger Le Guin, Road's End. Thought I killed all those bastards. Big mistake. One came up behind me and got me good. Nearly took my arm off. My old trusty ride's gone too. Took that with them when they left. Don't think I'll make it far. I'll make my stand on the broken bridge up ahead. Can't be surrounded there. Wound's pretty deep, but I've got me some strong-ass will to take the edge off the pain. If I can take a few of them out, maybe they'll run away. I can make it back after all. They don't make it back. Narrow Passage, Ranger Wilder. Alley. They got me in a cage of some kind, grabbed me when I went out for a piss, lost my gun. Proudly is going to kill me if I get out of this alive. Seems like the immunities here are smarter than the ones we faced in the maze. They're leaner and more crafty. Guess what you have to be living in this horrible fucking swamp. The Abaddons are even talking about some crude language, but I can't make sense of much of the gibberish. I did pick up them saying something about taking the sacrifice, me I guess, to the Swamp King Crusher. That sounds bad. Hope you get here before them, buddy. If not, I want to make a break for it as soon as they try to move me. Wish you luck. Yeah, Crusher is a mutant giant. Didn't end up well. Canned Heat, Ranger Lee. Last log. I can't believe it. The old sensors we placed around Vassar's lab are going off the charts. Something or someone is starting up all the old equipment again. Could it be that the old man is still alive? Last time I saw him, it must have been 15 years ago on that day when he and Rain left. Vassar was always the odd man out, ex-Authority, neither a full Resistance member nor a Ranger, or even an Archist, really. He used to work with the big guys, Tusk and Asgardian, before the big one. Hell, he must be ancient if he's still around. I'm getting old myself, too old for this ranger shit at any rate. The problem is that river hogs know I'm up here. If I go to check, they might get ideas, but I have to investigate. It didn't work out. I'm going to be honest. Trapped. Ranger Alley. Recon Mission 27.3. Me and Wilder are heading deeper into the Secreto wetlands. I don't know why we bothered. There's nothing here but Slime Vogel's song, murky foul water, and those damn mangroves everywhere. Prime ambush territory. I'm glad that the river hogs are smart enough to not attack rangers. Those filthy swamp people are the best damn hunters I've ever seen. We traded with them when we last came by a year ago. They make a hell of a swill. Makes your head spin and your eyesight all messed up. It's just as well we got the nanotrite to clear out the intoxication in a few minutes. Fuck. I'm daydreaming. Where did Wilder go? Better sit tight. I think he died from poisoning by the hogs, if I'm going to be real. Dead end. Ranger Fisher. Last log. Somebody or something has deployed sentry towers down here in the buried city. Maybe everywhere. Who except the authority can do that? They were last seen during the war and made a mess out of the early resistance until Vassir and his eastern dogs found a way to disable them. For good, we thought. I went around a corner and a sentry just blasted my vehicle clear off the road, wrecked it in one hit. I barely survived that. Now, trapped by this ruin, I think my legs broke. Can't walk. I see sentry's red eye staring in this direction. It knows I'm here, and it can't wait forever. I can't. I think I'm fucked. And honestly, he's the second worst death, in my opinion. Crossfire. Ranger hurt. Last log. The shrouded are all over the Dune Sea now. I've never seen a people so dedicated to their task as these bandits. They have turned this inhospitable place into a power base, using only their will and their wits. Having migrated out of the east a few years back proudly tells me they've been around here before during the war. But they were different then, and not immortal. I know they fought for the authority in the war, but turned on them in the end. Now they have returned with strange technology I've never seen before. It's very powerful stuff, all based on amped up electricity and feltrite, as far as I could tell. So far they've avoided Vineland completely. Maybe they're open to an alliance of some kind. I think I will approach them with a peace offering. Now, honestly, I think he just got killed in the crossfire, hence the name, between them and the goons. But did not work out. The Outsider. Grandma Glass. Ex-Ranger. Last log. I can't stand the nagging. Marshall nags, Chaz nags, even my grandson nags, bless him. Can't they understand that I just want to be left alone with my gadgets? Marshall wants me back with the Rangers and the Resistance, but I'm done fighting other people's wars. Chaz wants me to build better and meaner cars for his racing, but that lifestyle is for the young and hot-blooded. Boba wants me to take care of me, but he's got plenty of problems without having to worry about little old me. Besides, I don't have a lot of time left. I can feel the nanotrites fighting the disease, but even they will lose eventually. But I do not fear death. I welcome it. I have lived far too long as it is, and seen too much. Honestly, I think the big C is what the disease is. That's the only thing I could really think the nanotrites cannot fight. Anyways, yeah. Rip Grandma. No Man's Land. Ranger Rickman. Last log. I must be getting closer now. Wellspring should be behind these outcroppings, just a short break at this shack here. Still bleeding quite a bit, too much for the nanotrites to stop. That suggests that the shrapnel shredded some internal organ pretty bad. Bad fucking luck running to the shrouded without ammo. If I make it into Wellspring, Dark Car will patch me up. He's no ranger, but he's one of Vassar's old dogs. He knows his nanotrites. Is it getting dark already? Better get moving again. Okay, I'll rest up a little bit longer. Just resting, not sleeping. That's a deep sleep that man went into. Remnant. Ranger Sheriff. Personal log 56. The signs are clear. If you have the courage to see them, maybe. I've spent more time up in the wilds than anyone, reconnoitering, talking to the salvagers and prospectors. The stories they tell of glimpsed warriors in black armor and hiding from patrols of cyber-enhanced mutants cannot simply be dismissed as the fantasies of the dim-witted. I've seen the signs myself. Tracks, scorch marks. Make no mistake, the authority is still alive, operating freely, and they must have a base here in the wilds. The resistance was not able to kill the leaders, General Cross in particular. Perhaps their HQ is right here, under my very feet. I'll keep looking. Even if Prowling wants me to return to Vineland, I need to know. This is one of them. I do not actually know how they died. The robot that I actually killed near him did say something about mutants and bricks, but he was also right next to the Authority base. I think the Authority killed him. Greenhaven Lookout, Ranger Hawkins, Recon Mission 39.6. We lost contact with Ranger Sheriff. Prowley and I were forced to give up on finding him. I was sent to check up on Greenhaven instead. It's sad to see it. Just think, not long ago, Greenhaven was another enclave just like Vineland, teeming with life, science, and a hope for a new future. They were fools, of course, too open, too soft, and allowing anyone in, and without enough focus on security. Still, they fought valiantly against the Abaddon mutant horde, but not even rain could have saved them. What use is valor for the dead? We are the keepers of their memories now. I wonder if there are more enclaves out there. Not unlikely. Until we make contact with them, Vineland will stand proud as the keepers of the enclave legacy. And Ranger Hawkins did fight to the last. Abaddon Sanctum, Ranger Baker. Well, I'm really lost in these damn tunnels now. I don't quite know where I am. I started somewhere near the wilds. Normally I would have used the Ranger Suit's eternal guiding system to get me out, but it was damaged when I fell down the shaft. Not that I'm complaining. Better break the nav system than my skull. Flashlight's gone too. Just hoping I don't run into anything nasty down here or fall down another shaft. I see light ahead. But what is that noise? Shit, that sounds like Abaddon muties. Chanting something. A name? Gank? Maybe I can wait them out. He doesn't, and I would say that's the worst death in the game. Now that we have read all the logs, I have made a small chart showing how they are connected. If mentioned another ranger, how they died, and the score of the things that killed them. Just give it a pause to look that bad boy over. It's very scuffed and very awesome. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you have listened to this far, I would love to hear your feedback. And if you like the video, then like it. Why not? Just so YouTube can maybe like me back, you know? Till next time, I love you. Love yourselves. Be good to one another because you deserve it. Bye.